Happy New Year 2020. This is one of the first of reviews this year. So let's roll Rauta with 2020 and we'll start with a really nice one. This album is, and band is from Norway. It's Flukt, shall we say Flukt. And The Darkness Devour is the name of the album. As you can see, this is a devil on the cover doing some oddly stuff with some skeletons behind him. And look at those intense eyes. Behind, that is the other side of this release, out by Dusk Tone, we have obviously tracklist and some really dead tree, can we say it, corpse tree. Now this is LP with no further inlay whatsoever, or at least I don't have it here. If there was any, it must have been misplaced. And the vinyl, of course, is here. It's really black, really simple in design, not much else to see really. So there you have it, Flukt. Now, first when I got this album, I was thinking some other band, and I was basically mixing this one with some other one because I was thinking I have heard it before. Now, it was some other band from Norway, which actually had some name called Flukt. I don't know if they actually have some connection or not, but that's beside the point. I was totally expecting something different. And that's when it gets interesting, because once you have some kind of expectations, you are kind of bound for disappointments. Or, as it is the case with this one, happy things. That is, I was more than happily surprised by the quality of this album. First of all, like I said, it was different than I was expecting, and the second thing was it was better in terms of quality than what I expected. So what is Flukt from Norway all about? Now, this is some raw black metal. It's kind of a very traditional, that is 90s, not 80s style, but still very traditional, not so much modern stuff. And what kind of raw black metal it is? Well, it's not Ildiarn, raw, barbaric kind of stuff. So it's not that ultra primitive stuff, but more in the terms of, say, Urgehal. That is kind of a fast tempo, aggressive, intense black metal that just rips your guts out and leaves you out for bleeding. It doesn't even finish you to kill or give you a nice little hand, but it is all about just kind of killing you right there, but having you a slow bleeding death. And I don't know what makes this album so interesting, because basically there is nothing new and original with this one. That is, none of these riffs are exactly imaginative. Now, the funny thing is there are some guitar solos which some parts are actually kind of a happy kind of things. And that is when it gets kind of weird, because you're expecting some just raw violence akin to Dark Throne, Urgehal and whatever. And then you have those kind of weird happy tones there. But it's there to create nice contrast. And let me tell you, this is not a happy music release. This is very much kind of a traditional Norwegian black metal in a rawish style. That by raw I mean Gorgoroth also, and of course Dark Throne and Urgehal, but way rawer than most, it seems, most Norwegian bands these days. Even though some people are creating black metal and it might be even very skilled and talented with it, it is often so mainstreamish that it's kind of like beyond black metal. It's kind of a post black metal or whatever atmospheric stuff. So it's not really that raw. It's kind of for a different audience. But Flukt is all about going back to the 90s roots, if you will. And I think this is very, very nicely conducted. Like I said, those riffs are not exactly memorable or original as such. So this is not, kind of a unique, one of a kind snowflake band, but more staying true to those roots and creating just wonderful riffing, good songs, and overall having this nice feeling all around through the album. Now, not very lengthy. This is very easy to get into. I give it a couple of spins without getting bored. So I think it's one of those strengths is that these guys were not kind of expanding it, like in the terms of like, let's stress it out and see who breaks first, the album or the listener. But they kind of understand where to end it. And like have you a little bit of this feeling like, I'm gonna get some more, I need to get some more. And then you give it another spin and you're satisfied. So overall, nice, strong album from 2019. This is something I suggest you to find out. This is available other formats. I was happy to get this LP straight from the band. So obviously if you're a vinyl fan, this is the format you're looking for, but other formats are available if they are more to your liking. Anyway, go check out Flukt, it's great. And Happy New Year once again, 2020. Here we go, Rauta rolling out.